Hi everyone, welcome to TGIF. Another Friday, another episode. One of the most preferred mode of communication with digital systems is speech. Nothing like speaking to a machine in natural language to get work done, right? An innovation open sourced by OpenAI is Whisper, which is a general purpose speech recognition model which is available in Azure as well. To speak more about this, it's a pleasure to welcome Arvind Raman, Data and AI Specialist, Microsoft India, for a short conversation. Arvind, welcome to TGIF.
Thank you, Sandeep. Always a pleasure to be on TGIF.
Wonderful. Thanks for being proactive, Arvind. So, quick question now. Whisper, speech model, tell us more about that.
Surely, Sandeep. Whisper is an automated speech recognition service that helps you to do speech translation, speech transcription, as well as language identification. It's been trained on a multitude of diverse data, primarily the web audio data, which helps you to do the accent identification, speech over background noise, as well as technical language. In the earlier times, whenever I would need to build a speech model, I would need to train it on specific custom vocabulary.
Correct.
In this particular case, the tool has the capability to identify these specific terms.
Okay.
For example, if I have to choose a term like cervical lymphohemopathy,
Okay.
earlier I would need to kind of train the word on this particular medical term. However, in this case, the tool understands this and is able to directly do a transcription of the same.
Wonderful. Good to know that, Arvind. I think that's critical because some vocabulary is something which the speech model doesn't get it, right?
True.
That way it's taken care. Recently at the Dev Days of OpenAI event, we heard Whisper V3 was open sourced. So tell us more about how is V3 different from what we have as V2 as dominantly being used by customers.
Absolutely. So there are two key differentiating aspects of Whisper V3.
Right.
First is in terms of the training set itself. It's been trained on 1 million hours of weak labeled services and about 4 million machine labeled services, which essentially increases its performance. And we've seen the error rate reduction almost to the extent of 20% lesser as compared to the V2 model.
Wonderful.
The second has been in terms of the MEL frequency. MEL frequency is the range in which, or the spectrum in which the tool identifies the sound and Whisper V3 operates at a 120 MEL frequency compared to a 80 MEL frequency of Whisper 2.
Wow, wonderful. That's significant. Now, quickly, big question that we asked ourselves first, right? When this was announced on Azure, yes, this is available on Azure as one of the speech model services there, speech services there. So, how is Whisper different from the Azure speech service we already have?
Surely. So, Sandeep, two key points. Primarily, Whisper is an open source model, whereas the Azure AI Speech Services is a complete managed service from Microsoft. The second is the Azure AI Speech model caters to speech to text, text to speech, language recognition, speech recognition, and multiple other modalities, whereas Whisper essentially caters to only speech to text.
Got it. Got it. Wonderful. Of course, there are three distinct capabilities, which is speech recognition, translation, and of course, language recognition, right? Now, when to use what? That's a question that customers ask. You have Whisper on Azure, we have Azure Speech on Azure, so when to use what?
Surely. So what we've seen customers do is whenever I need to do a real-time transcription or subtitling of speech services, it is recommended to go with Azure AI Services.
Got it.
Whenever I need to do a batch processing or I have a pre-recorded huge voluminous set of speech audio recordings, then we recommend to go with Whisper. Similarly, if I look at it, if I need to do a transcription to English, then it is recommended to go with Whisper. Whereas I need to do a transcription to any other language beyond English, we leverage the Azure AI services. Now, when it comes to the standard use cases in terms of voice assistant, in terms of a contact center, or any of these, it is always recommended to leverage the existing Azure AI speech service model.
Got it. Awesome. So I think we got to see to believe it. You had a really cool demo that I showcased a little while back. So why don't we just take a look at that? Yeah?
Sure.
Perfect.
So Sandeep, before I get started with it, did you watch the Ballon d'Or award ceremony last week?
I did. Messi went on stage.
Absolutely.
But I didn't know what he said.
Great. So what we're now going to do is pick up Messi's speech and then do a translation of it in English so that we understand what he spoke about.
Got it.
So it's a fairly straightforward process wherein I log in and I upload the specific speech service and I just process it.
Perfect. You're in Speech Studio, right?
I'm in the Speech Studio.
Okay, got it.
And here it's getting processed. So if you see out here, I have initiated the translation part of it, wherein it would translate it. So let's play this and see.
Wonderful.
Bueno, antes que nada quiero agradecer a toda la gente que votó, que me hizo con Lautaro, con Juli, con él.
Perfect. Awesome.
Great.
That's great.
Yeah. So let's now look at another example where I'm going to pick up a specific Indian language and do a particular transcription of it.
Perfect.
So in this particular case, I again come to the transcribe options, and I'm just going to pick up a particular discussion that's happened between two colleagues and in Tamil.
வணிக பயன்பாட்டுக்கான சிலிண்டர் விலை கடந்த சில மாதங்களாக குறைக்கப்பட்டு வந்த நிலையில் கிலோ எடை கொண்ட சிலிண்டர் விலை இன்று முதல் ரூ.1 9.17க்கு விற்பனை செய்யப்பட்டு வருகிறது. இதனால் வணிக உணவகங்கள்.
So in the earlier case we did a translation from Spanish to English,
and
in this case we are doing a straightforward transcription from the regional language to the same language.
Perfect. Awesome. Arvind, thank you so much. Very meaningful demo. I did watch the Messi's award ceremony but couldn't understand what he said. So now I understood what he said. Wonderful. So quickly, I think earlier this week we saw OpenAI Dev Days, right? Where they spoke about GPT-4 Turbo, which is a multimodal model, which includes speech capabilities also, especially text-to-speech, right? But with Whisper and GPT-4 Turbo, it's a killer combination. Now, the very aspect of human-computer interaction where you can speak to the machine and get a response back in speech is a reality, right?
Absolutely.
Wonderful. I think this was fabulous. Thanks so much once again, Arvind. And for all viewers, thanks for watching this episode. As you saw, Whisper V3 is open sourced. Of course, you have a choice between using Azure Speech Services and Whisper as you build solutions. With that, thanks for watching this episode. Keep watching TGIF. Wonderful Friday. A great weekend ahead. Bye-bye.